You're watching Sports Shorts Daily, presented by LeBear's Casino and Hotel in Baton Rouge and the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame Museum in Natchitoches. You can follow Sports Shorts Daily by going to our YouTube page, Sports Shorts, hosted by Ronnie Rantz, and get our 15-minute weekday video. Joining me is 2021 Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Rickie Weeks, who got the good news just recently that he's going to be joining a fantastic class with, Glenn Dorsey and Marcus Colston and many, many others. Rickie, for a guy who grew up in Florida and Louisiana, sort of a adopted home as well, what did this honor mean to you?
It meant a lot. Obviously, spending 3 years there, and obviously, after those 3 years, I'm there pretty much every year, at least twice, 2-3 times a year. Like you said, it's like a second home for me. So going back there, seeing the same faces, seeing some new faces, it's always a pleasure going back. And obviously, I always want to say, appreciate the honor from the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame, and just going forward, this whole honor is. Very humbling, and very excited about it.
Rickie, you grew up in Florida, and your story is well documented. For a guy who ended up being the second pick overall in the draft by the Milwaukee Brewers, most people would have thought you'd have been a high draft pick out of high school, or you'd have gone to a big-time SEC program. How in the world did Roger Cador able to sign you and get you to Baton Rouge? How did you go so far under the radar? You ended up at Southern.
To this day, I really don't know. I know it was likes of guys who's been in Southern before, guys like the scout for the Reds. He's now the cross checker, and the Jerry Flowers, ex player at Southern University and now scout. He made a phone call to Coach Cador and said, "Hey, you might want to, man, look at this young man from from Altamont Springs, Florida." So the only offer I had out of high school, and I'll just take it and run with it, and made the best of it, I guess.
Roger Cador was inducted last year into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame, and a legendary coach and a legendary personality, particularly in the Baton Rouge area. What was it like, and what was he like when you first met him?
Honestly, I was like, this man is crazy. To be honest with you, I was like, there's something wrong with this guy. There's some kind of switch is turned off. But be honest with you, it was a guy that he was very personal from day one. He was very likable. Obviously one of the great recruiters in this, this whole state of Louisiana. And to me, it was one of those guys where, he could be that father figure away from home for me. So I'm very appreciative of Coach Cador, obviously, and Southern University, bringing me to Louisiana, to give me the opportunity to play baseball.
Your 3 years at Southern, you still hold the record for 465 batting average in college. You hit 495 your sophomore year, which is just absolutely crazy. It's hard to hit 495 if you're taking batting practice. Take us through those 3 years and how much Southern and Baton Rouge meant to you, and how it changed you and your time in Louisiana.
No, be honest with you, I owe everything to Southern University and the baseball program, to be honest with you. So. The guys that came along with it, the players, the guys who batted before me, the guys who batted behind me, the older guys who came before me, paving the way. So for me, the whole, make it to the major leagues and able to make it to the playoffs and be an all-star player and things like that. All this is a testament of me going to Southern University and being part of, great state of Louisiana.
Did a guy from Altamont Springs, Florida, ever get used to Cajun cooking?
You know what? Yes, I do. And you know what? That is by far my hands down favorite food to eat to this day. And so my wife will tell you, crawfish etouffee, that's my, plate of choice. So it's not going nowhere. It's all going to be in me now. And, I'll be a forever Cajun now.
So you went from one extreme to the other. You grew up in the South. You played college ball in the South. Next thing you know, second-round pick by the Milwaukee Brewers, and you're going about as far north as you can before you get to Canada, all the way up to Wisconsin to play for the Brewers. Had some great years up there. What was that like in that experience? And how long did it take for your transition to the major leagues before you felt like truly comfortable?
Yeah, to me, the whole transition from obviously from college, from a small college to the big leagues per se, it was a great transition, obviously. But for me, it was the people of Milwaukee, it was the management of Milwaukee that made it like home. To this day, I still go back to Milwaukee as well. I got family, I got friends there, and things like that. So they will always be indebted to me, and I'll be indebted to them for making that the whole experience just a great experience for me. Growing up, basically.
Of all your time in the majors, and you talked about playing in the playoffs or all-star, is there something that stands out? Is there a moment? Is there a season? Is there a time that stands out the most for Rickie Weeks?
Be honest with you, I will probably say the first time we made the playoffs in 2008. That was the first time in Milwaukee that we've had a championship or championship, playoff team per se, and I want to say 30-some years. So for me, be part of that, that young wave of players to come through the system and to make that first happen, in a long time, they're very, that was very special to me.
You were a great hitter in the pros. Is there a pitcher that that was the toughest on you, or somebody that, man, they just had my number?
There was a whole lot of them, obviously, to check my stat. But be honest with you, it's I mean, baseball is tough. But at the same time, there's certain guys, and never the harder throwers who man, gave me hard problems. Guys like the Brunson Arroyo, the David Webbs. It was guys that who just flipping stuff up there, and I just couldn't. I was too quick, what I'm saying. So for me, it was always a challenge to hit those guys. But all in all, I had a great experience and a great career, and I was just happy to be a part of the whole transition from Southern to Major League Baseball.
Your teammates, you played with some great teammates. Did you play with CC Sabathia when you first got up?
Yes.
Or he came over for a little bit?
Yeah, he came over. So I came out the first time in 2003, but CC came over in 2008. And that same year we made the playoffs. But I will say, since we are in Louisiana, Ben Sheets, he's one of my all-time favorite players, of all-time favorite teammates, man. And to this day, I haven't had a chance to talk to him in a while. I know he's been busy with his son, but man, for the most part, that's one of my all-time great teammates right there.
Well, Ben Sheets, he's another guy who's already in the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame, played his ball at UL Monroe. Rickie, I know that's not stories that you can tell that are for everybody. There's the private stories, but give me, a Coach Kador story that you can share with the folks in Louisiana.
No, I mean, I guess a story that, kind of short and sweet, I guess. When he came down to come see me watch me play in the All-Star game in the city of Orlando, he came down and he had all these scouts and had all these college coaches come in, looking at everybody else but me. And he comes in there and he kind of, and the presence, he kind of presents himself to everybody saying, you know what, this guy right here, this guy Rickie Weeks, he's my guy, and man, y'all can't have him. Man, it's sort of being funny, man, per se, but that's the type of guy he is. He believes in what he believes in, and he makes men out of men, and that's something that I'm very grateful for.
Yeah, I know you got a chance to be in Natchitoches last year for the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame induction banquet, and got a chance to see him be honored and recognized along the likes of guys like Rick Jones from Tulane and Skip Bertman at LSU. He was able to be recognized. That had to be a nice moment for you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Something that man, somebody like that who's been instrumental in my life. I mean, I won't miss him for the world. And man, me and my wife was able to go down there, go support him and support the supporting cast who came as well. And everybody knows Coach Kador from Shreveport down to New Orleans. Everybody knows him. So this is one of those things where I was grateful to be there. And obviously, man, Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame, they put on a great a show for us all.
What about what's going on with Rickie Weeks these days? Where you living? What are you doing?
Well, okay. Well, from A to Z, I almost got too much stuff going on. Basically, being a daddy, a husband. For me, I'm going back to school, man, and finish up sports management in school. I got a couple businesses going on. I got a foundation here with my brother who we try to get back camp-wise through baseball and education. So, there's a lot of things that, that's going on in my life. But, man, most importantly, finally being daddy, probably the most important to me.
How many kids do you have?
2 kids. I got 3 on the 4-year-old, boy and girl. So, they keep me busy right now, especially.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh yeah, they're back to back too. So it's one of those things where really can't really man sit down and you sit down for long, but it's worth every bit of it though.
And are we back in Florida?
Yes. Oh yeah, back in Orlando, Florida, and I'm not going nowhere, but I'm sure I'll be in Louisiana sometime soon. So I'll look forward to that as well.
Well, you'll be getting inducted in the June 2021 class. We've got some events before then. Hopefully you'll be able to attend. And I know Natchitoches is going to open up their arms and look forward to showing you and your family a great 3 days. I know Coach Kadar can kind of attest to it. He had a wonderful time last year. I think he's going to move up there as like the co-mayor of
He just might, trust me.
Rickie, thanks for the time, my friend, and a well-deserved honor. It's a fantastic class. You're joining a lot of other athletic greats in the history of Louisiana. And as far as baseball in the state of Louisiana, you're right there at the top of the mountain, my friend. And best of luck the rest of the year. We look forward to seeing you next summer.
Ron, I appreciate it very much, man. And, man, continue blessing, man.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for watching Sports Shorts Daily, presented by the Bears Casino and Hotel in Baton Rouge and the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame Museum in Natchitoches. Don't forget to follow Sports Shorts on Facebook, Twitter at sports_shorts, and check us out on Saturday mornings from 10 to noon at Sports Shorts Radio on 104.5, 104.9 ESPN Radio in Baton Rouge.